Today, in this exercise, I'm gonna show you how to find the top selling products, and I'm gonna filter them. I'm gonna place him right here in this blank array. So I'm gonna get the top 5 sales, and the first column will be for the product. I'm gonna specify the products here in this matrix. Then the second column would be for the Q column, and this would be for the month sales, okay, January, February up to December. And then for the third column, the R column, would be for the corresponding sales value. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna include the product here. I have listed the product here. This is just a short list of products that is included in the sales. And in your business, when you're doing this exercise and when you're doing the data analysis, it would be it could be a huge file file of database, and doing the finding the top 5 sales would be would take ages, to take time, do it manually. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna automate the finding and filtering of the sales value, the top 5 sales value, and I'm gonna filter it and I'm gonna place it right here. So it could be a top 5, it could be top 3, top 5, top 8, top 10. Okay, it's up to you, or depends on your goal. What would be your goal? Are you doing it for you to be able to give incentives to your salesperson and other employees, or the goal is for you to be able to find the the top selling products in order for you to strategize your sale for the next period, things like that. So how are we going to automate in getting the top 5 sales? We're gonna do it by accessing the data editor, rather the VBA editor, in order for us to create a VBA macro, because we're gonna be using VBA macro, and we're gonna write the VBA codes in the VBA editor. So to access the VBA editor, I'm gonna press the Alt plus F11, and there you have it. You got the blank pad or blank window for our for the codes that we're gonna write in. So I'm gonna click the insert module, and then we got the module 1 already here, and this is the pad, or this is the screen that we're having. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger in order for us to be able to to do it, for you to be able to see it much clearer, or a lot bigger. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open, or rather I'm gonna close this Explorer, and also I'm gonna close this properties window. There you see it. You have a bigger screen, and I'm gonna check whether the what's the font size of this. Okay, it's already 20. So alright, so it's already 20. That would be big enough for you to be able to see it clearly, the thing that I'm gonna write in the pad. Okay, so first thing is I'm gonna name my macro. I'm gonna name it filter top sales, top 5 sales. That would be the macro name. And then I'm gonna declare the dim, or I'm gonna declare the variables. And I got loads of variables that I'm gonna declare, and I got initially I'm gonna have 7, and later on I'm gonna add additional variables to declare. So the first variable would be dim ws as worksheet. Okay, then next variable is dim data range as range. Okay, this would be range. And then for the next variable is dim cell as range as well. Then next one would be dim top sales. as collection. Enter. Then the next variable would be month header. So dim month header as range. Then the next variable is dim output row, okay, as integer. Then the next variable is dim I. We're gonna use dim I. We're gonna use I for our looping. So gonna say dim I. We're gonna loop it as integer. Enter. And then we're gonna set WS worksheet equals this workbook. Okay, this workbook dot sheets. Then I'm gonna specify the sheet that we have in the Excel, which is sheet number 1. Okay, then close it, then enter. And then we're gonna set data range. Okay, we're gonna set data range equals ws dot range. Okay, ws dot range, and then I'm gonna write here the range that we have for the data. So I'm gonna say B2. This is where we have our data, equals M20. Then quotation mark and close and enter. Then we're gonna set the month header. Okay, equals ws dot range. And then for the header, our range would be the B1 to M1. That's for January to December. Okay, then close and enter. Then we're also gonna set the top sales. Okay, equals new collection. Enter. Then now we're gonna start looping. I'm gonna use the for I equals 1 to 5, because we'll be getting the top 5 sales from our data. Then again, I'm gonna declare additional variable, which should be dim max val as double. Okay, as double. Then another variable dim max cell as range. Then I'm gonna say max val equals -1 E plus 308. Okay, our max cell. Okay, or max val rather. Then I'm gonna do another loop for each cell in data range. Okay, then I'm gonna write if statement here. I'm gonna say if is numeric, okay, cell that value, okay, then close, then enter. Then I'm gonna write another if cell dot value is greater than max val, then enter. Then indent, I'm gonna write another variable dim already used, okay, as boolean colon already used okay, equals false, then enter. Okay, then okay, I'm gonna say for each item, in top sales, enter. I'm gonna write if item, okay, that that address is equal to cell that address, then enter. Already used, so already used equals boolean true. Okay, then next is exit for, then next item, right? Then okay, I forgot to put in if, because we have to close this if right here. I'm gonna close the if, so I'm gonna put nf. Right. Okay, next item, then I'm gonna write another if statement, so not, if not, already used, then max val equals cell that value, enter. Then set max cell equals cell, right? Then nf. Okay, I'm gonna end this f, then enter. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna nf the other one, nf, then another nf. Okay, then next cell. So our loop will run, so I'm gonna say next cell, the loop for each cell. Okay, so again, if not, max sell is nothing then top sales dot add max sell. Okay, max sell. Alright, then next I, we're gonna loop the I, and then I'm gonna populate now the header of the destination array. Okay, the matrix. So I'm gonna say ws dot range. Okay, the range would be P1 to R1. Okay, that would be the product. P1, Q1 is for the month, and the R1 is for the sales value. So that would be the okay, the range for the header. Then that value equals array. So what would be our array? Product, quotation mark, comma, quotation mark, month, quotation mark, comma, quotation mark, sales, then quotation mark, then close. Okay, then output row equals number 2, enter. Then I'm gonna do another looping for each cell in top sales. Enter. Then I'm gonna populate the okay, the value, right? So I'm gonna say ws dot sales. Okay, output row, then comma, then P for the products, close, and then that value. All right, equals ws dot sales. Okay, open parenthesis, then cell dot row. Okay, comma, a quotation mark, and close, then that value. Okay, that would be for the product. Okay, then enter. Then ws dot sales. Okay, output row, comma, now for the month, which is on column Q, right? Then that value. Okay, and then equals month header dot okay, that month header dot sales, open parenthesis, 1 comma cell that column, -1, close that value. All right. Okay, that would be the second column. That would be for the month. Then for the third column, I'm gonna say that ws sales, output row, right? comma, then column R, okay, for our corresponding sales value, that value, then equals cell, that value, okay. Then I'm gonna write output row equals output row again plus 1, enter. Then next cell, then end sub. Sorry, you already have end sub right here. Okay, that's it. We're gonna find out whether this thing is gonna work or not. Okay, so going back to Excel, then I'm gonna position the cell in this area. Then I'm gonna open the macro. Then we already have, okay, we have written the VBA macro, so all you have to do is run. Okay, there you have it. We got the top 5 sales. Okay, we got the product, track link, Reaper, axle, differential, trackpad. Then the month, October, January, October, okay. 4991356. So where is this? This is in October, track link. So track link, then in October. See, you're doing it manually, very difficult. 4991356. So that is the number 1 selling product. The second selling product is Reaper. This is for bulldozer. So this is for January 24. 4971. See, January. Reaper, where is Reaper? January 4971. Okay, 535. Okay. The third one is axle. This is on October 24. 4914 October, which is axle. Where's the axle? Right here. I forgot the month. What was the month? 4914. Yeah, October 4914. Right there. So 4914 October. Okay. So we already have the macro, so no problem. Whenever we make changes, every time we make changes, let's say for this one, the roller, okay, I'm gonna make it 5,100. The biggest one is 4991, remember? So I'm gonna make it 5 million rather, 5,100,000 for the roller in January. So let's see. Okay. Oh, nothing happens, right? Then you have to open the macro, then I'm gonna run the macro. So there you have it. Number 1 now is roller, 5,100,000. So easy to do it when you're doing it automatically, right? Let's say I'm gonna make changes on the blade, for example, in March. I'm gonna make it 5,000, 200,000, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 5 million rather, 200,000. So now it's nothing. Then you have to do is you just go to the macro again and run. Or you can assign a, you can put a button, just press the button or click the button. So the first one now is the blade, which is 5,200,000. Okay, month of March, and that is now number 1 is the blade. Second top is roller. The third is track link. Okay, then Reaper and axle. So let's see. Let's find out again. What about sprocket? We're doing it in August. So we're gonna, let's say we change it. The sales now is 5,300,001,425. Okay, so that would be our Which one is that? Sprocket in August. Okay. 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 Again, we have to, you know, get the macros. I'm gonna run the macros. Okay, now the number one selling product is the sprocket in August. 5,301,425. So it's easy to do. Okay, you can also, you know, assign a button to do it. Okay, one more. Let's say, okay, let's say one more, just one more. Cutting edge. Cutting edge, I'm gonna do it in December. 5,401,252. 252. Okay, 5,401. Okay, that would be for the cutting edge. Okay, cutting edge. So I'm gonna open the macro again. I'm gonna run the macro. Okay, number one now is cutting edge. On December 24, 5,401,252. That's it. If you have a macro, it's easy for you to find the biggest, okay, the largest sales value. Okay, if you're, let's say you're gonna get top 5 sales, then, okay, now whenever you make changes, now, you know, the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next 1 year, then there are lots of changes in the selling. Maybe this time Trackpad is number one selling brand in March, or maybe this time the Final Drive is the biggest or the largest selling, you know, product. Then you can make, you know, you can identify which of those are having top 5, you know, top five selling products by doing the macro, you know, VBA macro. So that's it for today's exercise. I hope you like this exercise, and thank you for watching. Okay, until the next one,